Exclusive, unbelievable. No one saw this coming. You will not believe what just exploded onto the internet. In a moment that has social media in absolute meltdown, Joe Rogan allegedly pulled back the curtain on what he claims are 6 secret names buried deep inside the Epstein files, names he says nobody is talking about. And the way he said it? Calm, direct, almost like he knew the firestorm that would follow. This isn't just another podcast clip going viral. This isn't random conspiracy chatter floating around in some dark corner of the web. This was said on a platform with millions of listeners. Millions, and within minutes of the clip surfacing, timelines were on fire. Group chats were buzzing. Comment sections were locked. People were asking the same question. Did he just expose something they didn't want us to hear? According to insiders, the moment happened mid-conversation, casual at first, before Rogan leaned in and hinted that certain names were conveniently overlooked when the documents became public. He didn't shout. He didn't accuse. He simply suggested that what we've seen might not be the full story. And that's when everything changed. Because if what he's implying is true, if there really are additional names hidden, redacted, or quietly ignored, then this situation is about to get way bigger than anyone expected. But here's where it gets even crazier. Right after the clip started trending, something strange happened. Posts began disappearing. Threads were suddenly locked. Accounts discussing the segment claimed their videos were flagged. Coincidence? Or damage control? And wait until you hear the part about the 6th name. That's the detail that has insiders whispering and fans connecting dots that no one thought to connect before. Trust me, by the end of this, you're going to question everything you thought you knew. Because this story, it's only getting started. Before this moment detonated across the internet, before timelines caught fire and podcasts clipped that single jaw-dropping segment, there was already tension building around one name: Joe Rogan. For years, Rogan has positioned himself as the guy willing to say what others won't. From cage-side commentary in the Ultimate Fighting Championship to marathon interviews on the Joe Rogan Experience, he built an empire around long-form, unfiltered conversations. Politicians, scientists, comedians, whistleblowers, they've all sat across from him. And whether you love him or hate him, one thing is undeniable. When he speaks, millions listen. But this situation? This feels different. To understand why this alleged Epstein Files comment is sending shockwaves, we have to rewind. The name Jeffrey Epstein has haunted headlines for years. His arrest, his connections, his mysterious death inside a federal jail. The speculation never stopped. Court documents surfaced, flight logs circulated, high-profile associates faced scrutiny, yet many believe the public still hasn't seen the full picture. That belief created a powder keg online. Anytime new documents drop, social media turns into a digital courtroom. Influencers dissect every redaction. Independent journalists zoom in on blurred lines. YouTube analysts create timelines. TikTok investigators stitch clips together. Every release sparks another wave. And Rogan has danced around this topic before. He has hosted guests who questioned official narratives. He has entertained controversial viewpoints. He has openly criticized mainstream media coverage on sensitive issues. That history matters. It sets the stage. Remember when Rogan signed that massive deal reportedly worth over $100 million with Spotify? Critics said he would tone things down. Supporters argued he would stay independent. Then came pandemic debates, medical misinformation accusations, artist backlash. Even Neil Young publicly challenged the platform over Rogan's content. That saga alone proved one thing: controversy follows him. So when rumors started swirling that Rogan hinted at 6 hidden names within Epstein-related documents, it didn't land in a vacuum. It landed in a culture already primed for suspicion. And here's the part that makes everything feel inevitable. For months, online forums speculated that certain influential figures somehow avoided mainstream coverage during Epstein discussions. Threads would pop up asking why some individuals were barely mentioned. Comment sections would argue about selective outrage. Independent creators claimed powerful elites were being shielded. Then, boom. During a recent episode, Rogan allegedly referenced conversations he'd had with connected people who suggested that some names were strategically ignored. He didn't display documents. He didn't list names outright in that moment. Instead, he dropped a breadcrumb. 6 names, that number became the spark. Clips began circulating within hours. Fans clipped 30-second segments, added dramatic captions, and uploaded them across platforms. Joe Rogan hints at hidden names. What are they hiding? Why 6? And because Rogan built his brand around curiosity and skepticism, his audience leaned in hard. But let's talk about why this is explosive beyond internet drama. The Epstein case symbolizes distrust. It represents unanswered questions. When Epstein died in 2019 inside a New York detention facility, conspiracy theories exploded overnight. Guards asleep, cameras malfunctioning, documents sealed, high-profile associates distancing themselves. The phrase "Epstein didn't kill himself" became a cultural meme repeated across comedy shows and sports broadcasts. Now imagine inserting Rogan into that narrative, someone with massive reach, known for challenging institutions. It almost feels like destiny. Critics argue Rogan flirts with dangerous speculation. Supporters argue he simply opens discussions others avoid. Either way, this moment fits neatly into his public persona, the guy who pushes uncomfortable conversations into mainstream space. And the audience? Divided, as always. On one side, viewers claim he's bravely spotlighting inconsistencies. On the other, critics accuse him of amplifying rumor without verified proof. But regardless of stance, engagement skyrocketed. Search trends spiked. Clips amassed millions of views. Reaction channels sprang into action. Political commentators from both left and right weighed in. Some defended him, others demanded clarification. And here's what makes this chapter even more intense. Sources close to podcast production allegedly hinted that Rogan knew the comment would stir chaos. One anonymous insider claimed, he paused before saying it. He knew that sentence would ripple. Was it spontaneous? Calculated? A teaser for something bigger? Because if Rogan truly has knowledge beyond public documents, or believes he does, then this isn't just podcast chatter. This becomes a cultural event. The build-up feels cinematic. A powerful host. A shadowy scandal. Unanswered questions. A single sentence that cracks the door open. And the door, it might be about to swing wide. Because as soon as those 6 words, there are 6 more names, hit the airwaves, the internet stopped scrolling and started digging. And what people claim they found next? That's where this story explodes beyond anything we've seen so far. This is where everything detonates. The moment happened during a late-night recording inside Rogan's Austin studio. Cameras rolling, mics hot, casual energy. The guest, a political commentator known for digging into sealed court documents, had just mentioned inconsistencies surrounding Epstein-related releases. The vibe felt typical, curious, analytical. Then Rogan leaned forward. He paused and said something that made the room shift. I've heard there are 6 names that never really got discussed, big ones, and people in certain circles know it. Silence, not dramatic silence, not theatrical, the kind that makes your stomach drop. Within minutes, a clip hit X, then YouTube Shorts, then TikTok. The caption read, Joe Rogan claims 6 hidden names in Epstein files. Millions saw it before mainstream outlets even realized what happened. And that's when chaos began. A Reddit thread titled "The Six" climbed to the front page. Anonymous accounts started posting alleged document fragments. A blurry screenshot circulated claiming to show partial redactions with highlighted initials. One viral post showed a cropped PDF with 6 blacked-out blocks circled in red and labeled, "They missed these." Was it real? Nobody could confirm. But the internet didn't wait. A supposed leaked group chat began circulating, allegedly between a media executive and a crisis consultant. The text read, "Exec, did you hear Rogan?" Consultant, "Yes." Monitoring, "Exec, if he names them outright, we've got a serious issue." Consultant, "Let's see how far he goes." No verification, no source, yet the screenshot spread like wildfire. Then came another alleged insider message. This one claiming someone from a major network newsroom wrote, "We're not touching this until legal clears it. Too volatile." Screenshots stacked, threads multiplied. Reaction creators went live for hours dissecting every syllable Rogan uttered. Some slowed the clip down frame by frame, analyzing facial expressions. Others claimed the guest looked nervous. And here's where it gets explosive. A digital researcher posted a side-by-side comparison between early Epstein document releases and later versions. He claimed 6 redaction boxes appeared in earlier drafts that were adjusted later. His video hit 3 million views in one night. Then the hashtag #6names started trending. But the real turning point? An anonymous account claiming to be a former legal assistant posted this. You're looking at the wrong section. The 6 names were categorized differently. They were never placed with the others. The post vanished within an hour. Screenshots remained. Speculation spiraled. Some believed Rogan had insider intel. Others accused him of fueling dangerous rumor. Critics demanded proof. Supporters demanded transparency. Then something unexpected happened. A well-known investigative journalist posted a cryptic message. If Rogan has sources, he better vet them carefully. There's more smoke here than people realize. That single tweet shifted tone from conspiracy chatter to potential legitimacy. And just when the debate hit peak intensity, a podcast rival weighed in during a live stream, saying, "I've heard similar whispers. There are names media won't touch." That comment poured gasoline on the fire. But here comes the first wild twist. Late the next evening, a short clip surfaced, allegedly cut from the same Rogan episode but not included in the official upload. In it, Rogan reportedly says, "One name shocked me. I didn't expect that one at all." The clip quality looked slightly different. Audio tone felt compressed. Some argued it was edited. Others insisted it was authentic. If real, that sentence changes everything. Because now this isn't just about hidden redactions. It suggests Rogan personally saw or heard something specific. And within hours, online detectives began guessing which unexpected figure he meant. Entertainment moguls, tech billionaires, former politicians, even cultural icons got dragged into speculative threads. Damage control theories exploded. Then, sudden development. The original full episode briefly disappeared from Spotify search results before reappearing hours later. Users posted screen recordings claiming it was shadow removed. No official statement, just confusion. Coincidence? Technical glitch? Or quiet pressure? The disappearance, even temporary, supercharged belief that something bigger was unfolding. Meanwhile, a legal analyst posted a breakdown explaining that certain names in sealed cases could remain undisclosed due to ongoing investigations. That explanation didn't calm the storm, it amplified it. Because now viewers thought, ongoing investigations? And right as momentum peaked, a new screenshot began circulating. This one allegedly showing a private message sent to Rogan from an unknown contact that read, "Careful, you're poking a nest that doesn't like noise." No confirmation, no metadata, just pixels and panic. The comment sections turned into battlegrounds. Name them, he's bluffing. This proves media protects elites. He's risking everything. You could feel the divide deepening by the hour. But the biggest twist hadn't even hit yet. Because while everyone focused on the 6 names, almost nobody noticed a subtle detail in the original clip. A passing reference Rogan made to a guest list category. That phrase, it might be the key to unraveling the entire situation. And once people catch onto that detail, this story is going to flip in a way nobody expects. Just when it seemed like the frenzy couldn't intensify any further, the internet did what it does best. It multiplied the chaos. Within 24 hours, #6names wasn't just trending. It dominated every major platform. X Spaces ran non-stop discussions. TikTok creators stitched the Rogan clip with dramatic music and flashing red text. YouTube live streams clocked 6-hour breakdown sessions titled, "Who Are They Hiding?" Fan pages dedicated to Rogan split into factions overnight. One side claimed he was courageously hinting at buried truth. The other argued he crossed a line by teasing something without receipts. Comment sections turned into war zones. Words like cover-up, psyop, and controlled leak flooded timelines. Then came the first major escalation. A verified journalist posted a thread stating, "I reached out to sources familiar with document releases. I was told certain classifications exist beyond public redactions. That's all I'll say for now." That thread gained 70,000 likes in 3 hours. Now mainstream reporters started circling. Cable panels debated whether Rogan had responsibility to clarify his statement. Political commentators accused him either of fear-mongering or bravery. The polarization fed the algorithm. But here's where things shifted from chaotic to surreal. A massive fan account posted what it claimed was a partial index snapshot from early court material. The image displayed numbered entries, with 6 lines blurred more heavily than others. The caption read, "These are the ones. No verification." Yet the image spread faster than fact-checkers could respond. Meanwhile, a podcast rival uploaded a reaction video titled, "I warned you about this." In it, he claimed industry insiders had whispered about protected categories tied to influential networks. Then came a celebrity reaction that turned everything upside down. A former late-night host tweeted, "If you're hinting at names, just say them. Half statements create chaos." That single tweet ignited debate about accountability. But the second shocking revelation hit it too. 17 a.m., an anonymous source sent a long email to multiple independent journalists. The subject line read, "The 6 are not what you think." Inside the message, the sender claimed the 6 names were not random individuals, but part of a distinct classification group separate from the commonly circulated flight logs. The email alleged this category included individuals listed under Event Attendance Coordination. That phrase, event attendance coordination, triggered a new wave of speculation because it suggested something different than casual association. The email included a blurred screenshot with what looked like internal labeling. Again, no verification. Yet analysts zoomed in, enhanced brightness, compared fonts, debated authenticity. Then something even more bizarre happened. Users began noticing that the phrase Rogan casually dropped earlier, guest list category, aligned eerily with wording in the anonymous email. Was that coincidence? Or was someone feeding him controlled language? Suddenly, a new theory emerged. Rogan might have been referencing not hidden individuals, but a structural classification buried within documentation layers. That shifted the entire narrative. Because instead of 6 secret celebrities, the story might involve systemic categorization. And if that's true, the implications grow larger than gossip. Then Spotify analytics trackers reported unusual spikes and dips surrounding the episode. Data bloggers claimed visibility patterns fluctuated more than normal. No official explanation. Speculation roared louder. Influencers jumped in. A tech YouTuber analyzed metadata timestamps from the clip. A legal commentator broke down document release protocols. A political strategist suggested Rogan might be baiting media into reaction. Even comedians weighed in during stand-up sets, joking about Mystery 6. Memes flooded feeds, 6 shadowy silhouettes with question marks. A spinning wheel labeled "Guess the Name." Satirical fake posters reading "The 6, coming soon." But amid the humor, tension simmered. Because behind memes and live streams, one major development quietly unfolded. A well-known investigative reporter posted a cryptic statement. "I was advised today to tread carefully around this narrative. Interesting timing." That message rattled everyone. Advised by who? For what reason? And then came the moment that truly flipped everything. Late that evening, a short audio snippet surfaced from a private Q&A Rogan held months earlier. In it, he allegedly says, "Sometimes the names aren't even the point. It's how they're grouped." That line hit like lightning. If authentic, it suggests Rogan's recent comment might connect to something he's hinted at before: structural grouping, not isolated individuals. Which means the entire internet may have misinterpreted his original statement. But here's the cliffhanger twist. Right as debates peaked, Rogan posted a brief message on his Instagram story. "Wild week. People are reading a lot into a few words." No denial, no confirmation, just that. The ambiguity fueled both camps. Did he mean people exaggerated, or did he mean they were close to something bigger? Because if the 6 names tie into classification layers rather than celebrity shock value, then this story moves beyond gossip into territory far more complex. And if more context exists that hasn't aired yet, the next episode might change everything again. By the time the second shocking revelation spread across the internet, the story had become unstoppable. Social media timelines were flooded with clips, screenshots, and threads analyzing every syllable Rogan said. Fans split into factions. One group insisted Rogan was exposing hidden truths. Another accused him of fear-mongering and spreading baseless speculation. News outlets jumped in. Headlines ran with phrases like "Rogan sparks new Epstein controversy" and "6 hidden names." Social media explodes. Cable networks debated whether he had crossed a line by hinting at unverified information, while digital journalists broke down the terminology he used in the clip. Podcasts devoted entire episodes to dissecting it, running theories from plausible to absurd. Memes proliferated across Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. 6 silhouetted figures became an icon of the viral frenzy, plastered on fan pages, forums, and parody accounts. One fan even created a poll asking followers to guess who the 6 could be. Responses ranged from politicians and tech moguls to celebrities and media executives. Engagement metrics skyrocketed. Every click, like, and comment fed the narrative into a self-perpetuating storm. Industry insiders started weighing in quietly but effectively. One anonymous Hollywood agent was quoted in a leaked DM, "Everyone is asking, and no one is answering. This could be massive if even half of it is accurate." Meanwhile, legal analysts began cautioning the public about speculating without confirmed evidence, but it barely slowed the frenzy. Online forums exploded with debates over legal implications, document authenticity, and potential fallout for individuals mentioned indirectly in the clip. Influencers seized the moment to amplify their own theories. One TikTok creator synthesized an hour-long video comparing the alleged hidden names to historic Epstein-related records, while another live-streamed reactions from fans attempting to decode every hint from Rogan's audio. Every platform reflected the same energy. This was no longer just a clip from a podcast. It had morphed into a cultural event. Fans of Rogan and conspiracy content debated fiercely, dissecting phrasing and body language. Even late-night hosts mentioned it in segments, blending humor with subtle critique. Political commentators speculated whether powerful figures could be implicated indirectly. The theory circles gained their own momentum, creating layers of tension between truth seekers and skeptics. Amidst the chaos, journalists quietly continued investigating. Anonymous tips and supposed screenshots circulated. A digital sleuth posted a side-by-side comparison of the leaked metadata against early document releases. Claiming discrepancies suggested intentional redactions. Whether accurate or not, the post added fuel to already blazing fires. By the end of the day, the story had transcended entertainment. It had become a social phenomenon. Engagement numbers were off the charts. Tweets were dissected by newsrooms. Memes were trending globally. Forums were debating legal, ethical, and moral implications. Even casual observers were following the saga, waiting for the next revelation. The tension reached a fever pitch when a fan page shared a screenshot of a now-deleted social media post allegedly by someone close to Rogan, hinting that more details might drop soon. Comments erupted. "This isn't over. Something huge is coming. Wait until you see what they're hiding." And in that moment, the public realized this story isn't contained in any single platform or community. It's everywhere. The story has spread like wildfire, infecting every corner of the internet, and nobody knows where it ends. Because now, the world isn't just watching. They're waiting. And everyone is asking the same question: what happens next? Just when it seemed the storm had reached its peak, the narrative exploded again, and this time, nobody saw it coming. Late last night, an anonymous source claiming insider access sent a cryptic audio clip to several investigative journalists. The clip was allegedly recorded during a private conversation between Rogan and an unnamed associate. In it, Rogan reportedly says, "They've been hiding the real connection. 6 names is the surface. There's one that ties it all together." That single sentence sent shockwaves across forums and social platforms. Users immediately began speculating about what "ties it all together" could mean. Was it a previously unknown individual? A hidden document? Or an organizational link no one had ever seen? Every fan theory now seemed plausible. Minutes after the leak, a screenshot appeared online claiming to show metadata from Epstein-related files with a mysterious 7th entry highlighted, separate from the 6 previously discussed. The text read, 7 cross-check confidential, not public, not discussed. This revelation instantly created chaos. Analysts rushed to interpret the significance. Some suggested the seventh name could implicate high-profile figures outside prior speculation. Others argued it might refer to an organizational role, not an individual. Either way, it ignited an entirely new layer of intrigue. Then came the alleged insider quote that pushed tensions higher. If Rogan goes further, this could rewrite what everyone thought they knew. He's walking on a tightrope over explosive ground. Even mainstream media, previously cautious, started covering the story more aggressively. Headlines shifted from speculation to direct intrigue. Rogan hints at seventh hidden name in Epstein files, and new twist sends internet into frenzy. Fan communities exploded. Twitter threads linked this revelation to everything from prior Epstein flights to secretive event logs. TikTok videos dissected Rogan's tone, gestures, and previous references, claiming they were clues pointing to the seventh entity. Memes multiplied. 6 shadowy figures plus a single glowing silhouette became a viral symbol of the new mystery. Celebrity responses began surfacing. One late-night host cryptically tweeted, "Some doors, once opened, don't close easily. Buckle up." Insiders claim this message was a direct nod to the Rogan revelation, though no confirmation exists. The ambiguity alone fueled more speculation. Meanwhile, digital sleuths began posting alleged document fragments with heavily redacted names and cryptic annotations. Analysts noticed patterns suggesting deliberate categorization, implying someone may have been intentionally shielding specific identities. The alignment between the new seventh entry and Rogan's private comment made this theory impossible to ignore. And then the cliffhanger hit the audience like lightning. A high-profile investigative account tweeted, "All roads point to this. What you've seen is just the tip. The files contain more than 6, more than 7. The real story hasn't been touched." At that moment, the story transformed from shocking revelation to full-blown conspiracy saga. It became clear the 6 names were never the full story. The 7th entry hinted at something deeper. And if the investigative account was correct, the layers beneath that might be far more explosive than anyone could imagine. This isn't over. The drama, the secrets, the leaks, it's building toward something massive. Every clip, screenshot, and comment fuels speculation. And with every hour, tension climbs. Because the 7th entity may just be the key to unlocking everything, and nobody knows who or what it truly represents. The only certainty? This saga is far from finished. And when the next revelation drops, the internet might never be the same. Now it's your turn to weigh in, because this story isn't just unfolding on social media or in newsrooms. It's happening everywhere, and the conversation is only getting louder. Who do you think that mysterious 7th entity is? Is it someone already in the public eye, or is it a shadow player nobody expected? Comment your theories below and tell us who you believe is behind the most shocking secrets in the Epstein files. We want to hear every angle. Think Rogan is dropping breadcrumbs on purpose, or is he revealing something bigger than anyone imagined? Are these leaks intentional, or has someone inside the industry decided it's time for the truth to come out? The speculation is insane, and your voice matters in this global conversation. Hit that like button if you're following every twist, every rumor, every leaked snippet. Share this video with friends and online communities. Let's see how far this story spreads. Every share, every comment, and every discussion adds fuel to the fire and keeps the pressure on. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because the next episode could reveal more than just names. It could expose connections, alliances, and betrayals that nobody expected. Our next video will break down the next shocking leaks, leaked messages, and insider whispers that are surfacing right now. You do not want to miss it. And here's a question for you. Do you believe the 6 names are the real secret, or is the 7th just the beginning of something far bigger? Comment below with your theory. The wildest, most convincing theory might even get featured in our next deep dive video. Stay alert. Stay skeptical. The story is evolving by the hour, and this roller coaster is far from over. One clip, one comment, one leaked message could change everything in the next update. Remember, every clue counts, and every rumor could lead to a revelation. The world is watching. Are you ready to see what comes next? Because this saga isn't ending anytime soon, and trust me, the next twist will leave everyone talking. Trust me, the next twist will leave everyone talking.